So last year we had 2 shows. There was the Edward Albee Showcase. That was 3 short shows all on the one day. It was Absurdist Theatre. And we had an original that was a bit of a spoof on musicals. That was in the later part of the year. That was called Untold. So for the first show, I played Mrs. Barker. She's this businesswoman, and she's meant to come and solve the mysterious problem that this old married couple have. But she just ends up making more problems. And a lot of them are things that started 20 years before. So it kind of all unfolds or unravels throughout the play. It's very interesting. And the second one, in the same Edward Albee Showcase, I played She. And she is the wife of that auntie. And this whole show with only the 2 characters, which is really fascinating. But it looks at their relationship, and it flicks in and out with lots of tiny scenes all stuck together. And again, it's very absurdist and has a theme of flowers woven through it. And one of the flowers gets eaten, so it was very fun. Thankfully, I did not have to eat the flower. And the second show that we did, that was Untold. So it's meta theater. It's about people trying to put on a show, but everything goes terribly wrong. I don't know where the inspiration for that came from. And in that, I played Elena, the stage manager. And she's this really scary, strong, no-nonsense woman. So she was a lot of fun to play because I got to be scary. I'd say in real life, I'm usually a lot more nice. Even after the show, I'd go out to greet the audience and I'd be, oh, thank you for coming. Wow. But on stage, I was like, get out. So that's one of the fun things about theater. You get to play somebody completely different. Mercutio is a very fun character. That's usually the first thing that pops into my mind. Of course, any character has their challenges, but this character, jokes around a lot, is obsessed with fighting and sex and can't be very serious at all. And Mercutio and the nurse are known as, the comic relief in Romeo and Juliet. So I think that part is a lot of fun. In terms of challenges, I guess I have to channel some more of that aggression because I'm usually, in real life, I'm a bit more likely to avoid fights. So similar to Benvolio, the peacekeeper in Romeo and Juliet. But yeah, I have to channel my aggression. So for that, I trained jiu-jitsu. And so I've been trying to do that a little bit more and really enjoy fighting with people and getting that adrenaline rush, because I think that's important for the character who does enjoy it. And I'd say also trying to be serious during rehearsals because my character is very silly. And I am also naturally very silly. So sometimes in rehearsals, I have trouble actually staying on task or not making jokes or doing things and getting everybody off track. But yes, I like Shakespeare. A lot of people who grow up in countries where, I think we speak English as a first language, it's part of the curriculum, everybody has to study it. But a lot of people do hate it, which I get too because it's very old English and there are things that you could say in one sentence that Shakespeare takes a whole paragraph to say. But that's part of the art of it. And so I think one reason that I appreciate Shakespeare is because I also like poetry and I like literature. So if you take the time to really look into what's being said, you can find the beauty behind it. So I do encourage people to do that. My favorite Shakespeare play is probably the Scottish play, Macbeth. So this is partly because I like that play. I think the story is really interesting. It's similar to Romeo and Juliet. In Romeo and Juliet, the prologue tells you what's going to happen in the play. But in Macbeth, it's this prophecy by 3 witches. So you have this question added to it because you don't really know what's going to happen. And there's just this sense of foreboding throughout the whole play. And also I studied Macbeth in high school. And one of the assignments using it, we got to write a speech like we were a character. And they encouraged us to be really biased and really manipulative in our language. And that was one of the moments, it's not just related to Shakespeare, but when I realized like how powerful language can be. And so I got a new love of it after that. Well, for starters, for the new adaptation, I love the dance. I really enjoy dancing. I take dance classes like at least twice a week. And so I'm really glad to be able to do that in a play because I haven't been able to really dance in a play since the first one I did with the Nagoya Players, which was The Gift of the Magi. So I'm so glad that that's a part of this show. In terms of the focus on romance, I can see why, because there's a lot of like subplot and other things going on in Romeo and Juliet, but the main driver is the relationship between those two. And also for people who are less familiar with the play or people who read it or saw it years ago, that's the main thing people remember. So I can see why that would be the focus. And a lot of other things, it's still happening. It's just kind of smaller and streamlined. So I do think that that makes the play more interesting and more exciting and a lot easier to follow with the story, especially if English isn't your first language. I mean, personally, again, considering that I'm a person who likes Shakespeare and poetry, I wouldn't mind it being a bit longer so I can really enjoy all of the language. But at the same time, I think what we have, the way it is a fun show and the pace just stays up the whole time. So it's not boring at all. Like you're going to be entertained the whole 90 minutes. I like the way it's being played in this version because, of course, this show has done a lot. Unless you bring something new to it, then it's just going to be the same thing that's been done before. But with this one, I like how physical it is and how abstract it is. I mentioned the dance, and then we've got a lot of other movements that are very captivating and interesting to watch visually. And I find that very fascinating. Also, I like the way that in this show, we've got it in a bit more of a modern setting. And then a lot of the characters, they're originally male characters, but they're being played by a lot of female actors. And I find that fun too. And like in some cases, the female actors are playing the male character. In some cases, they're making the character female. And in other cases, it's more like non-binary or gender fluid. And I like how we have variety there. And I think it helps the actors to really develop their own character and make it their own when they don't just have to play it as it is in the script, but they can, and also with the director and the cast, work it out as they go along. I think no matter what role people are playing, everybody is really developing and having ownership of it. So I'm really enjoying that in the show. And a lot of people who are performing, this is like their first show, and a lot of people are new to theater, which is another thing I love about this group. It's very open, like anybody can give it a go, and you meet a lot of great people along the way. So yeah, it's very fun. So the show is on the last weekend of September. It's on Saturday, Sunday. We have a matinee, like an early afternoon show, and then an evening show. And it's looking pretty popular, so I think tickets might sell out for some of the shows. I really encourage you to come. It's going to be a great performance. And if you see any members of the cast or you email the group, there are many ways you can get tickets, either in person or online. I encourage you to follow, get any new information, but please get your tickets soon because they will sell and you do not want to miss this show. It's going to be very fun.